So here's take two. Take two of the Tokyo Stash and Spade going live. Am I live? I have no fucking idea. I just got off the phone with Lord Spade, and he said, Stash, you gotta get the camera right on the live thing. You gotta try it again today. You gotta use your Keitai. Keitai is Japanese for cell phone. So I'm using my Keitai, my cell phone. Is it working? I don't have a goddamn clue. So hopefully, we'll find out. I'll be mocked excessively. Where to begin? It's a pissing down day here in Tokyo. If you watched my prior live stream done on Saturday, you might have heard me mention Hayakawa Bunko, the publisher across the street. Ohayo gozaimasu! Hi! Satoshi Kairo desu! Tadaima! These guys are always looking in the door, so I got about 4 people right now staring. My lights are on, it's dark out. The publisher, literally across the way, don't ask me to move the camera, it's not going to happen. He's staring at me. I have no idea if they're going to watch the live stream or not. I just had some Uber Eats. I like Uber Eats. I got some KFC. Why? Because I hate Japanese food. I've lived in Japan about 15 years. I'm a permanent resident. I love the Japanese people. I think Tokyo is a great city. I have nothing but praise for this country. I think their food sucks. I don't want to hear, oh, it's magical, it's beautifully designed, it's portions. Look at me. Do I look like a portion kind of guy? I'm not a portion kind of guy. The aesthetics of food, I don't give a shit about. I like the flavor. I like a little bit of pungency. I like Indian food. I like curry. Sushi, sashimi, not so much. But Kentucky Fried Chicken, that I like. So I ordered some on Uber Eats, build my JCB card. There's actually a series of commercials. JCB Day, it's a Japanese credit card. So it's pouring rain out, and Buddy comes on his bicycle with my KFC. Sad. I mean, thank you, Hiromi-san. Really appreciate the delivery. Only took you 14 minutes from the time I ordered in Akihabara to get here. But, man, the guy was a sponge. And he was a sweaty sponge. Tokyo is many things. It's humid. This is the rainy season. So, appreciate the KFC, Hiromi-san. Thank you for everything. But, oh, wait a minute. There's a pop-up here. Hold on. Don't know how late I am, but glad I made it. Hey, dude. Thanks, man, Adam. Appreciate that. I don't know how to respond. So I have no idea. Where was I? Oh, Hiromi-san, the KFC. Don't ask me to move this ridiculous camera because it's not going to happen. Yeah. Guys, I'm here. Fuck off. Hayakawa Bunko. Where was I? Oh, yeah. The man was literally a sponge. Now, the one thing I really do want to talk about is the Oculus Quest. I've had this thing for about a year. And you might say, oh, you're a gamer. Nah. Last time I did any gaming was the transition when Wolfenstein 3D became Doom, circa 1993. I am not a gamer. So why do I have this thing? Movies, TV shows. Unbelievable. You throw this ridiculous thing on, and you've got like a 60-foot TV screen. There's a program, I can't remember what it's called, it's free, and it beams the... And now I'm out of focus. Wonderful. I have no idea how to fix this shit. Okay, out of focus. Wonderful. How does one fix the focus? Guy, oh, that's good. Let's pull it back a bit. Yeah. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. This is going to have to do. You got to get the Oculus Quest, because when you do, you get this massive immersive environment, and all you can do is you download movies, whether it's Netflix or you're doing, torrents or what have you. Pardon me while I move back this ridiculous tripod. And when you throw on the Oculus Quest, you got this enormous screen, you got the stereo surround sound, the films, the videos, the etc. beam over from your laptop without any connection at all. It's unbelievable. The only problem is I'm completely fucking up my eyes because I've been wearing this thing for a year. I bought it last July. I had to fly home to Toronto for business, which is a joy. If you've ever taken a 13-hour flight and you're my size, yeah. Business class, yeah. Even still not very good. But I bought one at a Best Buy near the Eaton Center downtown Toronto. It cost me about, I think it was 800 Canadian dollars. Well worth it. That's about 35 US dollars. That's for my friend Lord Spade. Absolutely, totally recommend this thing. If you like, well, if you can bear watching a movie with this helmet on, unbelievable. Quality is great. Sound is great. What am I watching? I've tried to watch this Spanish Catalan language show called The Hockey Girls. Sucks. I'm on episode 2. I'm already giving up. I'm rewatching Apple's film or Apple's series Servant. That was great. I saw it already. I'm recommending it to Lord Spade. Really good about this dude, this family in Philadelphia, and this weird au pair. I'm on episode 3, although I've seen it. Rewatched Avenue 5. Not so good the second time around. Pardon me. Watched some German stuff. Watching a lot of foreign language. Right now, not so much Japanese. My Japanese isn't great, but I'm not really grooving on the Japanese videos. Anyway, hearty recommendation. You got to pick up the Oculus Quest. Fabulous. But you'll end up like me. You're in your own little environment, not referencing anything else. Now, what else did I talk about? Shopping channel. I was one of the almost original hosts on the shopping channel in Toronto back in 87 or so, 88. I'd come back from London with my girlfriend, wife, ex-wife, and it started there. And nowadays, I haven't seen this thing for years, but by the time I left, 95-ish, it had morphed into like a respectable TV program where you had guests on and the products were, predetermined. You had X amount of time. I started there in the Wild West days. We had this stupid fucking horn you used to call toot toot toot, and you would pick your own show, and the hosts were animals. Lovely people, don't get me wrong, but complete animals. You'd have to steal products from everybody else's show. And there was a lot of drug abuse going on. I shouldn't admit this because here in Japan, very bad. But this is like 87, so I'm figuring the statute of limitations has expired. But the craziness that used to go on there, you'd get spiffed. Sometimes you have a product like this, the Merlin, I think it was called, this little carpet vacuum cleaner. And for every one we sold, we were getting like $7 a crack. So if you sold 500 to 1,000 on one show, that was like cash, man. You get unbelievable cash paid you, plus your salary, and they paid really well. So the competition to get products like that was insane. You'd be sneaking back around to the scheduling office and bribing the women who were in charge of product placement. And certain buyers and certain hosts who were friends. Unbelievable. And I can remember Bargain Bill. I've talked about Bargain Bill, the late great Bargain Bill. If you ever wanted to get good Coke, that was Bargain Bill. Hey, Stash, how you doing? I'm good, Bill. What's up? You want to do some blow? Why, yes. Going on in 5 minutes. We're back at the shopping channel. We've got a great show coming up. 1 sec. Okay, let's go shopping. It was like that for years until finally it had to get respectable, which to me meant it kind of got boring. Toot, toot, toot. Ho, we're having fun now. Stupidest fucking thing I ever sold. 2 things. I think I've mentioned about it in some of our reaction videos. It's a tie. It's a tie. Sacred soil from Graceland was one of them. Sacred soil from Graceland. I shit thee not. I shit thee not. It was a vial of dirt. A vial of dirt, supposedly from my best buddy's hometown, DJ L-Spade, Memphis, Tennessee, and it was like $20. It was literally like a cocaine vial of dirt. Sacred soil from Graceland. So that's one of the dumbest products. Hold on. Yo, what's up? I'm getting the odd comment here. Pardon me while I interrupt my narrative. So that was $20. The other one was the Scat Mat. I talked about that in one of our videos. The Scat Mat was this thing that you plugged into the wall and you put it in front of the door, like a door, say over there. And it delivered a mild electric shock to pets that stood on the scat mat, right? So it was, as I mentioned, approved. It was an American product, approved by the SPCA, and I guess the Canadian Humane Society had somehow approved this Nazi torture device. I am not a pet owner. I don't like dogs. I don't like cats. But you know what? I'm not a sick fuck either. I don't want to torture them. I can remember being in the boardroom for the meeting, and the guy who had brought this product in and was talking about it, he's pumped, man. And it's SPCA approved. It's going to be great. We're going to sell shitloads of them. And I remember looking at him going, I'm not selling this fucking thing. The room goes quiet. The president's there. The buyers, all the other shows. Why? And my line, I did this in the video earlier on. I don't want to be known as the Joseph Mengele of home shopping. Needless to say, we never sold the scat mat. What was this fucking idiot thinking? So there's the sacred soil from Graceland, the scat mat. Don't get me going on Capo de Monte. We had a host, lovely woman, no longer with us. Her name was Alexandra Elliott. Wonderful, wonderful lady. And she had, Capo de Monte means top of the mountain, I believe. But when we started selling this shit back around 88, Alexandra had no idea what it was. And I knew my mom kind of liked it. We bought a piece in the early 70s in Scotland. But it was shit. It was shit. So, you're on live TV. You're on 3-4 hours, and you got to sell this crap. And, oh my God. She had to come up with a story. So she comes up with some ridiculous bullshit story live on the air, and we all had to follow her, about some Italian nobleman in the 18th century riding through some fucking village in the north or the south, I don't remember where it was, in Italy, and finding this local pottery on this little town on a hill, naming it Capo de Monte, and it became world famous. It was all complete horseshit. But of course, once one host does it, everyone has to do it. So that became the official story on the shopping channel about Capo de Monte. Some goddamn Italian nobleman riding around picking pottery off the local artisan from some town. Anyway, Capo de Monte. Does it still exist? I have no goddamn idea. Anything else I can talk about? The cat psychiatrist. We wanted to get in good with the CRTC. CRTC, Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission, like the Canadian FCC. It's the broadcast regulator. So we've been in trouble about something or other, probably drugs on air, like powder coming down Bargain Billermei's nose. Who knows? So we figured we'd get in good with the CRTC. We'd promote Canadian books. There's one thing, the Canadian government loves is when you promote Canadian literature, no matter how bad it is. So I remember walking into the green room, and there's this cat lady there. I mean this in the worst sense of the word. I mean, as my late father would say, the things you see when you don't have a gun. Holy shit, this woman. She looked nuts. She should have had the word crazy bitch tattooed across her forehead. So I walk in, I'm wondering, what the Christ is she doing here? What the fuck is this woman doing in the green room? Turns out she's my next guest. She's written a book called The Cat Psychiatrist. Okay, let's go shopping. Lead her up onto the stage, get behind the thing, mic in. Camera goes live. Remember that key word, like now, live. But I can turn this thing off at any time, and we probably have 10, 15 people watching. Not like millions we used to get on the shopping channel. So I look over to her, don't ask me her name, and introduce her, and she just exudes nuts. This woman exuded nuts. So I look at her, and I say, so, you've written a book, The Cat Psychiatrist. Hold on, I got a comment here. Oh, the cat, let me go on. So, yes, I have. And what's it about? Well, it's about listening to your cats. I'm going, oh, fuck. Listening to your cats. And how to make them better people. Better people? Anthropomorphic cats? Yes. I said, let me ask you a question. Now, here's where it got crazy and what made her scream and we had to cut the camera. I look at her, and I'm in earnest. I'm not trying to fuck with her. I'm serious. I look at the woman, and I say, ma'am, we've all heard about, these crazy women who have, 60, 70 cat ladies, and their homes are, their smell of urine and feces, and I actually said feces, and they're clearly, I don't know if I said off their rocker, I might have said nuts. They're clearly nuts. Is there a magic number beyond which you start to, well, you cease being a functioning human being and you start to become, and here's the exact word I used, a flipper. I didn't know what I was doing. I was not high on coke. I wasn't drunk. And she looks at me like somebody farted in church, and she's this utterly red face, and she says calmly, I have 107 cats. Uh-oh! Fucked up on this one. I have 107 cats. Yeah, the interview didn't go very well. It went worse than when I had the Quebecois hockey player, Manon Riom, on my show, who didn't speak a word of English. Very pretty girl, but not a single word of English. You try doing a 1-hour special with a very nice lady and evidently a good hockey player who does not speak English, and my French is shit. So we got the Oculus Quest. We've got some stories from the shopping channel. And I was just talking to Lord Spade. God knows if he's watching or not. Yeah, hi. Yeah, still here, guys. Hi. Hi, Cowabunco. They're all convinced I'm out of my fucking mind. I'm sitting near my balcony with the door open, still raining, and not Itchy Nissan Yon. Hi. I got like 4 people staring at me through my apartment. I'm not flipping the camera. Fuck them. Fuck them. Bakayoro. That means go fuck yourself in Japanese. Now, before I go, couple of things. As I mentioned on Saturday, you got to leave a comment or two, whether now or later, and let us know what you want. The first 2 segments of our podcast will probably be up later today or tomorrow. So they're only 5-minute miniatures from the longer podcast, which really is fairly offensive. But then, that is rather our channel. But I wanted to finish off, and Lord Spade said, this isn't a funny story, Stash. It's not funny. Well, I'm going to tell it anyway. Fuck him. It's a shopping channel, post-shopping channel story. Have you ever made like a witty comment? Do you remember them? Nah, nobody remembers. Maybe one witty comment in your entire life. And I don't remember very many, but I remember this one before I shut this damn thing off, and I have no idea even how to do this nonsense. Years ago, probably around 1990, back during the salad days of the shopping channel when it was still the Wild West, I was out with 2 fellow hosts, Foster and Steve, and back in the day when I used to drink and do drugs. Now, no drinking, no drugs. But anyway, we were at some bar, nameless bar downtown Toronto, late at night. It was Friday, winter time. So for whatever reason, we end up at the lobby bar of the Royal York Hotel. You might go, yeah? The Royal York Hotel at one point was the tallest building in the British Empire. It's not that tall, but it was the tallest building in the whole Commonwealth. And it's your classic Canadian railway hotel, like the Banff Springs, the Chateau Frontenac in Quebec City, the Hotel Vancouver. This imposing edifice, 5-star, history squeezed at its ass. And God knows why we ended up there. And we're in the lobby bar, which is this ornate, classic bar. There's no tourists because it's like February. So it's all movers and shakers and business people. It's a Friday night and the place is packed. Fozzie, Steve and I were kind of drunk. That's my life story back then. Wind up at the bar, at the lobby bar. All the tables are packed, everything's packed. The waiters had to wear, the bartender, like a black waistcoat with a bow tie and a white shirt. The waitress was the same way. Very she. So, nothing happening. We're drinking. It's getting on. And for some reason or another, there was a show that was playing on the various TVs. Pretty damn drunk. Yeah. Pretty damn. Watch The Misadventures of Stash Cairo. But I remember that show on your channel. Anyway, I'm digressing here. So, where was I? Okay, the TV. So, it was either on CBC, it might have been on PBS, but it's showing this documentary, The Mystery of the Male Orgasm. And the guy, the announcer's got this huge senatorian tone, The Mystery of the Male Orgasm. So, dude comes on and says that, packed bar, bunch of TVs, totally 5-star she, middle of fucking winter, Everyone's dressed to the nines. People having drinks. And all of a sudden, a little bit of quiet. The mystery of the male orgasm. The fuck? So it gets a little bit quieter. I'm at the bar, I'm not noticing. I'm having some booze with my buddies. And then the VO goes on, today, for the first time, we're going to show you the intricacies of ejaculation. What the fuck? Through this tiny pinhole camera. And he picks up this clear acrylic tube with a light on it, and I guess there's a camera on the end, by inserting this tube into the penis. What the fuck? We will see the actuality of the orgasm. Now, as he's going on like this, the bar, and it's packed, man, and no one gives a shit about the TV, but this is so off the wall, people start to quiet down. The bartender's like, the waitress slows down. And so, now let us do the insertion. And by the way, no, I'm not joking. This is a true story. Again, Royal York Hotel around 1990. So, some dude in a white medical smock grabs the clear acrylic tube and slathers some fucking lube juice on it, you know, giving it this pseudo-masturbatory motion. Now the bar gets really quiet. There's only a couple of clinking of glasses. And then they cut to the camera on the fucking tube. And you see Buddy's urethra on his glands. Now everyone's completely fucking quiet. People across the bar staring at all the TVs going, what the fuck? And you can see the tube. It's slathered up in gel. It shoves it up his fucking Johnson. And I swear to God, it was like that psychedelic sequence from Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey from 1968, you know, with all the flashing lights. And it's this veinous purple. It's the veins inside your cock. And it's orange red, and he starts to slide it in, and I'm going, oh Christ, every guy in the fucking joint is crossing his leg. His voice is going up. I mean, it was fucking horrible. Now there's total silence. Picture this packed fucking bar. People have stopped drinking. The waiters have stopped waiting. The bartender has stopped bartending. The whole fucking bar is paying rapt attention to this cat shoving this tube up this guy's knob. And again, all you're seeing is this weird, if you've ever figured, what does the inside of your cock look like? I'm sure you can probably download the video. So he starts to shove it up. He shoves it up further and further. And everybody, you know, I mean, the women are going, whoa. And the men are crossing their fucking legs. It's like, Jesus, what the fuck is this? And it's inching up faster and faster, getting nearer and nearer. And the voice, we're about to reach the insemination point. And that's when it happens. The last fold of skin pops away. And down there, you see this big, mucousy glob of jizz. And it's pulsing like a heart. Total silence. I mean, people just stopped. So picture the inside of your knob, if you could possibly, any women watching, hey, picture the inside of your knob, and you're looking down a tunnel, and there's this big fucking pulsing heart of spunk. And I mentioned Kubrick, 2001. Let's go to the other extreme of the scale. This looked like a Roger Corman science fiction movie from the 1950s. Cheap. So everybody in the bar is staring at this mound of sperm. It was unbelievable. And the voiceover goes, and now we reach the point of orgasm. So I don't know if Buddy was giving it a tug or, someone was helping him out manually, as our British friends would say, giving him a wank. But it suddenly switches to slow motion. And all of a sudden, this mound of spunk goes shooting down his fuck chute towards the camera in slow motion. I want you to picture this big aqueous milky blob shooting in slow motion towards the camera, and that's when it happened. Total silence in the bar. I'm not planning on doing anything. I'm sitting on a stool at the bar, and for some reason, I got a big voice. Years of working in radio, folks, I got a big loud voice. I jump off my bar stool, and at the top of my lungs, with my baritone, I yell, "Jesus Christ! It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark, but with cum! Run! Run for your lives!" And I go tearing off the bar, and I actually run out the lobby bar door, out into the lobby of the hotel, and I get about 10 feet from the bar. I turn around, and all I hear in the background is laughter. People in the lobby staring at me. What the fuck is going on here? Gales and gales and gales of laughter. I turn to go back inside. My buddy Foz has actually fallen off his bar stool and is shaking on the ground. The chick next to me on the left-hand side with a bunch of business people in a business suit has squirted her drink out her nose and is blithering like an idiot. The waitress, who was just behind me, my friends, had wet herself. You could see the stain on her black pants, and she was uncontrollably laughing. And I'm not a stand-up comedian, folks. I can tell a joke the odd time. I walked back in, the laughter was unbelievable, and they start to applaud. Thank you, I'm here all week. People started applauding. Steve was crying, the bartender was crying, the bar is just cathartic, it's laughter. And I sat down, and I'm laughing. I couldn't buy another drink. I was already drunk. Next thing I know, I got booze coming over from every cat in the bar. I don't remember getting home. I lived at Yonge and College in downtown Toronto back then, and the Royal York is at Yonge and Front, so it's not a long distance. I don't know if I walked. I don't know if I jumped in a hack. I don't know if I got carried, but this is what I do know. And hopefully my ex-wife is not watching, because I've never told this. The second part. I had to take a really bad piss. Somewhere 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I don't know what fucking time it was. Beyond drunk, one of the reasons why I practically don't drink anymore. Almost nothing. So I get to our apartment at Yonge and College, and I don't remember going in. I don't remember getting home. I don't remember anything. This is what I remember. I remember standing in our bedroom, and I was urinating in our bedroom closet, and my wife comes up from behind me and says, "Stash, what the fuck are you doing?" And I say to her, "I'm taking a piss. What the fuck does it look like to do?" "You're pissing in our closet." "I'm pissing in the fucking toilet, you stupid bitch." And then I realized I was urinating on my suits. Yeah, she wasn't happy. I have told the Royal York Hotel story on rare occasions before. I have never told the pissing. And why am I telling it now? This is surreal. I'm assuming I'm streaming. I'm just staring into this stupid goddamn camera, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I was so drunk. I pissed in the closet. And that's not a problem, but I actually thought I was in the fucking toilet. You ever been hungover? You ever been hungover so bad you wanted to die? Have you ever been hungover so bad you not only wanted to die, but you thought back on what you had done the night before with horror? I'm not going to tell you today, but in 1982 in Vancouver, I once got so fucked up on MDA and booze that I did something at my job that was so bad. Not only did I have to quit my job, I had to leave town. Not only could I not face the people I worked with anymore, this was in Vancouver, I actually moved a couple of days later to Toronto because I just couldn't even face being in the same city. And no, I'm not going to tell you. I'd have to be pretty drunk to tell that one. So hopefully the lesbian twins video is going to pop up soon. My good friend DJ L-Spade, this is shit. It's too explicit. My guys can't cut this together. I know. Podcast is coming soon. I'm going to push some fucking button on here, and I'm going to disappear. Yeah, still here. Yeah, still here. Ohio. Fuckers. Hayakawa Bunko, biggest science fiction book publisher in Japan. And thank you for the comments. And if you want to see some more stuff, please let me know. What the fuck do I push on this thing? There's an X in the upper right-hand corner. If I disappear, I'm gone. If not, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Thanks for watching.